What's good, y'all? It's your boy J Strike 3000. Today we're gonna create a fake roster. This roster doesn't exist. This game doesn't exist. But I'm still gonna sit here and tell you what the roster would be like if it were to exist. You see, a long time ago, Ed Boon made a wild ass tweet, a crazy ass tweet, talking about what fighting game would you like to see most? This question is just for fun. No current plans for any of these. And what won was Marvel versus DC, which is crazy. And if you also look a little closer on this tweet, if you look a little bit closer, if you search your soul a little bit, you also see MK versus Street Fighter, which I already made a video about. I made a roster for that game. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the, hopefully a little thing pops up right here to that link in that video. You can watch that too. And then after you watch both of these videos, you can, I don't know, subscribe to the channel, maybe? You get to see me be bad at video games, if you'd like. Anyway, back on topic. Marvel versus DC. I saw this tweet and I was like, whoa! What would that roster look like? And I thought to myself, I'll make that roster right now. So if you look at this cool graphic I made, look at this graphic. Look at this. Look at this select menu. Isn't it cool? Oh my God. Here we're gonna take a look at this imaginary roster that I've made with my mind. And we get to pick and choose which heroes and villains will get to fight each other. Yeah! This intro is fucking wild. So this is 50 characters? 25 from each side? And I'm gonna go through it 3 by 3 on each side, just so I have some kind of structure to this. We get to slowly reveal who's the most important and who's the least important from each side. And I'm just gonna jump right into it. Here we go. All right, so first up, on DC side, we got the obvious picks. We got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. The big three, the Trinity. Obviously, you're not gonna have a DC game without these characters. You know, I don't even need to bring it up. I don't even need to talk about it. You know what it is. And then on Marvel side, we got Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America. Easy picks. Big popular right now. You know how it is. Spider-Man is clearly the biggest Marvel superhero. You're not gonna have a Marvel game without Spider-Man. Or at least you shouldn't. Next up, DC side, Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern. Again, easy stuff. We're rolling through it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Flash might be more important to DC than Wonder Woman, but out of respect, we keep Wonder Woman in the big three. That's what I did. On Marvel side, we got Wolverine, Hulk, Thor. Again, big names, of course they're in. Wolverine used to be, before pre-MCU, pre all of that shit, Wolverine was that guy. Wolverine was that. He might have made it in. He might have made it higher than like Iron Man and Captain America. To be honest with you, he probably should have been higher than both of those two. I don't know. The X-Men just aren't popping right now. I'm talking about like, if a game came out right now, I think Captain America and Iron Man would be higher of a priority than Wolverine to be put in this game. But I think Wolverine is still an important get. That's X-Men. He is the X-Men. And then it's Hulk and Thor. Like, yeah, again, this is early in the list. These are the obvious picks. We get to the funner stuff a little later, like maybe right now. On DC side, I got Cyborg, Nightwing, and Darkseid. Back when I was growing up, Cyborg wasn't in like the founding members of the Justice League. I don't know why or when they decided to just put him as like one of the main guys. I like to at least give him some time with the Teen Titans before he becomes a member of the Justice League. Damn, he's important now. He's a big shot now. That's okay. And the Nightwing, Nightwing popularity is crazy. I used to not think Nightwing used to be that popular, but goddamn, the people love Nightwing. And I think you have an interesting moveset for a game like this, you know? Of course, we got Darkseid, big Justice League villain, the biggest Justice League villain. He's the big guy. He's the big bad. Of course he's in. But then on Marvel side, we're getting a little, you know, we're getting a little creative with our picks. I got Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, and Thanos. Doctor Doom is my favorite villain in all comics. Doctor Doom is that guy. Put him in. I want him in. Of course, Doctor Strange, popular Avenger. You know what it is. And then Thanos, Marvel big bad. Honestly, give him the Infinity Stones. Give him I know canonically that would make him overpowered, but I feel like his moveset would be a lot cooler with the Infinity Stone. Because I'll be honest, Thanos' moveset is a lot less interesting without the Infinity Stones. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Just let him have the Infinity Gauntlet. Throw some bubbles in there. Make some energy waves. Maybe make him a stance character where he does like different moves depending on which stone he has. I don't know. I think it'd be neat. On DC side, we have Shazam, Joker, and Deathstroke. Shazam is another Justice League member classic. Go ahead, throw him in. Give him, it's like Superman, but with lightning shit. Give him lightning shit. Joker, probably one of the greatest villains on DC side. I feel like not putting Joker in is kind of weird. It'd be a weird choice not to have. It would be weird not to have Joker in this game. It's Batman's greatest villain. Come on. And then Deathstroke. Deathstroke's cool with me. Deathstroke's cool with me. Marvel side, we got Black Panther, we got Deadpool, we got the Fantastic Four. Now hear me out, all right? Black Panther, of course, big Avenger, big popular, 2 movies. Deadpool, I remember the 2010s. Deadpool was everywhere. Deadpool, he's still kind of, you're gonna have him in the game. He's Deadpool. He'll find his way in the game. Deadpool will find his way into this game whether we like it or not. And I feel like you can add Deadpool to this game without it being too similar to Deathstroke. You just make a much goofier Deathstroke. I feel like there's a way to have them both in here and have them have different movesets. That's interesting. Even though they both use swords and guns and kind of look the same. And then for the Fantastic Four, I'm tired of the Fantastic Four slander. They're the Fantastic Four. They're one of Marvel's greatest superhero teams ever made. So somebody needs to be in this game, right? I think you make one character that's all 4 characters. I think you have like the Thing as like the main guy, but then he has like assists from the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, and Invisible Woman. Like you have a special where like the Human Torch will fly behind him and then throw like a fireball. So technically the Thing will have fireballs. You have a special where like Mr. Fantastic would throw a punch really far that's like full screen, like Dolls M. Maybe for the block animation, Susan will pop up and have a force field around him. You know, something that integrates all of them, but you're not really playing as all 4 characters. I don't think we need to use up 4 roster slots for the Fantastic Four, but you can have them all as one character. I feel like there's a way to make that work. DC side, we got Green Arrow, we got Harley Quinn, we got Lex Luthor. I always felt like having an Archer type fighter in a fighting game has been really cool. Examples of Injustice 2, examples of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Archers are just cool in fighting games. Easy moveset and a unique moveset. Harley Quinn, I don't know how this character blew up in popularity so much. It's insane. Harley Quinn has slowly become one of the most popular DC characters of all time. I don't know when it happened, but you're not gonna make this game without Harley Quinn in it. Let's be honest with you. And then Lex Luthor, Superman's greatest villain. Put him in a big suit, make him fight. I feel like Lex kind of deserves to be here, even though he's not really known as a fighter type. I feel like off of popularity alone, he's in. He's in. Next up, Marvel side, we got Hawkeye. Now hold on, we got Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, and Cyclops. Ooh. Now you may be saying, wow, wait a minute. There's 2 archers that basically do the same shit in this game. How would you make them different? And I have the answer for you. I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna spoil the list a little. I'm gonna spoil the list, all right? I think what you do is you don't have Ant-Man in this game, but you have Ant-Man be a part of Hawkeye's roster. Ultimate Marvel 3 had that big super with Hawkeye, with Ant-Man included into it. And I feel like if you could do that with have more move sets and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can have Ant-Man just be a part of Hawkeye's roster, or like have Ant-Man type shit be a part of Hawkeye's roster. Like in his TV show, Hawkeye shot an arrow, used a Pym particle thing, and made the arrow really big, and that was an attack. That could be a super or some type of move that Hawkeye can do in this game that differentiate him between him and Green Arrow. Green Arrow can have like a lot of trick arrows, like the boxing glove, like the smoke screen, the one with the net. You can have like Green Arrow do trick arrows, Hawkeye does Ant-Man shit. I feel like there's a way to differentiate those two. Captain Marvel, big power, big power. Captain Marvel, of course, she's gonna be in this game. Cyclops, the leader of the X-Men. Of course, you're gonna have Cyclops in it. Big optic blast type energy, type shit. Optic blast type shit. You know what I'm saying? Then on DC side, we got Dr. Fate, Blue Beetle, and Martian Manhunter. All of these characters have potential to have great movesets in the fighting game. There may be like a little bit, I was thinking about a little bit of similarity between Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange. And I was like, how would you make these two magicians different? And then I realized like it's magic. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want. You could just make some shit up. Just make some shit up. Blue Beetle, and then Martian Manhunter. That's my guy. That's who I want in my founding Justice League team other than Cyborg. It's his time to shine. Stretchy armed, invisible man. Put him in the game. Then on Marvel side, I got Ghost Rider, I got Rocket Raccoon and Groot, and Magneto. Ghost Rider's hard. Ghost Rider's hard. Ghost Rider's tough. He's just cool. Big old chain swinging. Big ass flaming motorcycle. He's cool. He's cool. He's too cool not to put in. I don't want to see it if it don't have Ghost Rider in it. I don't want to see it if it don't have Ghost Rider in it. Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, blew up with the movie. Everybody knows who they are. And I feel like instead of Star-Lord, I think Rocket and Groot is the team. I want both of them to represent the Guardians. Maybe in a similar fashion to like Farah and Tor in Mortal Kombat X. We had the little one on top of the big one. You were controlling the bigger character, but like with some special moves, like the smaller character would do shit too. And I feel like Rocket and Groot. Like Groot would have all the normals, and then Rocket would have the big ass gun for the special moves. I think that'd be cool. Or if you don't want to do that, you could just have Rocket. You could just have Rocket, but then Groot would show up in like the super moves. I feel like that'd be less cool, but you can do that either or. And then Magneto, the big X-Men villain, big X-Men bias. X-Men. I want more X-Men shit in my Marvel stuff. Top tier villain. Top tier. Put him in. I might be biased because of Marvel versus Capcom. I might be a little biased, but I don't care. Put him in the game. Then over on DC side, we got Swamp Thing, Black Canary, and Raven. Ooh! Due to the Injustice games, we already have like an outline of who they think is important enough to be in a roster full of all DC characters. Swamp Thing, he's just cool every time I see him. Obviously a very good, obviously very good potential for a moveset. We've seen him in Injustice 2. We've seen Black Canary in Injustice 2. I feel like Black Canary would have a little harder of a time coming up with an interesting moveset, but they've done it before. They can do it again. Where she just has a screen move, but you can just have her be a hand-to-hand kind of type shit. You know what I'm saying? She boxes from time to time. Make her more hand-to-hand, but like surprise, she has a fucking full stage screen. Don't forget. And then Raven, what's Raven doing up here? I feel like Raven is one of the more important Teen Titans characters, especially given, you know, the whole storyline with her father. Also just magic, dark magic. You know what it is. Easy moveset. You say somebody's magic, you can do whatever you want to with that moveset. Ever do whatever the fuck. Azarath Metrion Zenthos, some wacky shit happens. And then on Marvel's side, listen, Hear me out. Green Goblin, Jean Grey, and Black Widow. Now listen. One of Spider-Man's villains is gonna get in this game. I had to make the tough call about who's the one. One of Spider-Man villains had to get in this game. He has too many great villains not to put in a Marvel fighting game. And you have to make the tough call. Green Goblin is Spider-Man's arch nemesis. I don't know how it would work. I don't know when you include Glider, but I feel like Green Goblin is the one. I feel like Green Goblin is the one. It was a decision between Green Goblin and Venom, and I love Venom. I really do, and he would have made it if not for another choice I made a little later on. No spoilers. There's a reason I didn't pick Venom. I feel like Green Goblin's the arch nemesis, dude. Give him a lot of gadgets, give him like the bombs, the whatever else he uses. I'm unfamiliar. Just give him some cool shit. Give him the glider that flies through. You can do something with Green Goblin. You can do something cool with Green Goblin. Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix type shit, all right? I don't need to go over her importance to X-Men comics and history. But this one was a tough call simply because she was in contention with another X-Men. I'll talk about that later. And then Black Widow. I feel like, everybody knows Black Widow. MCU bias. MCU influence. Another hot pick. Another, you gotta see the vision. You gotta see the vision. All right? You gotta see the vision that I'm working with here. We have Bane, we have the Comedian, and we have Starfire. Listen. Bane, of course, he's been in like most DC fighting games, I think. He's been in most of them shits. So of course he's gonna be in. You can give him like a Venom super move or like some kind of install. A lot of wrestling, a lot of big wrestling type shit. The Comedian though, the Watchman is obviously super popular. I feel like it's crazy we didn't have a Watchmen character in Injustice 2. It's insane. If any character from the Watchmen deserves to be in the fighting game, it should be Rorschach, but I feel like he doesn't have a good moveset potential. Like, what would you do with Rorschach? He would punch. You probably have a pistol. That's it. You had to work really fucking hard to get a moveset out of Rorschach. Night Owl is too close to Batman, and Dr. Manhattan is... I was gonna say Dr. Manhattan was too powerful, but I did say give Thanos the Infinity Stones. I might have to change my answer to Dr. Manhattan. But the reason I chose the Comedian is because so far I don't have any characters that just use guns. I just use a lot of guns other than Rocket. But I already said I wanted a Groot. I already said I wanted Rocket and Groot. So there's not like a lot of gun heavy pistol, AK-47, rocket launcher, grenade tossing, the zoner of all zoners. And he's literally a fucking asshole. I feel like the best moveset would come from the Comedian. Dr. Manhattan might have been a good pick actually. And Starfire, Teen Titans bias. Teen Titans is so fucking popular. The Teen Titans are so fucking popular. Everybody knows. I'm gonna be honest with you. Starfire's inclusion is literally only based on her inclusion in the Injustice 2. Because I do feel like Starfire is like the least popular Teen Titan character out of the 5. The least popular and the least important. Which is harsh to say, but I ain't lying. Then over on Marvel side, we got Daredevil. We got Miss Marvel. And we got Falcon. I feel like Daredevil needs to be in more games. I think it's crazy to me that Daredevil hasn't been in a Marvel vs. Capcom game. Daredevil's that guy. Daredevil's that cool. If you include his like stick, his like whipping stick. What's that shit called? His rope baton. What the fuck is that thing called? I feel like that mixed with his like acrobatics would make a really cool moveset. Miss Marvel. Marvel has obviously had a big push from Miss Marvel or Kamala Khan for like the past like 10 years. Marvel has obviously wanted to push Miss Marvel hard. This character is obviously important to them. Especially with that recent Avengers game, having her be the main character, having her have a TV show. She's about to be in a movie. I feel like she's the new upstart kid coming up in the Marvel Comics. because I didn't give a full roster spot to Mr. Fantastic, she could be the stretchy rubber person of the cast, of the whole roster. And then Falcon, or rather the new Captain America. Marvel obviously wants to keep Falcon around as well, with him becoming the new Captain America in the movies and the comics. That's already an alt skin right there. Obviously a lot of guns. Maybe he gets help from his bird friend as in the moveset. A lot of flying around. Would you make the bird a real bird, or like do it like a drone like they did in the MCU? Cause I hate to see a real bird get kicked in the head by Batman. Imagine the bird had a hitbox and you just had to beat the shit out of the bird every time he doesn't move. It would be funny, but I'd feel bad. All right, then the last two characters on both sides. Last two characters. Big shocker moment. Hear me out. We got Beast Boy and Spider-Man. Again. Listen. First with Beast Boy, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Beast Boy is more popular than Starfire, but I just wanted to save him for last, just for shits and giggles, just for the big surprise, just for the big reveal. I'm so surprised that Beast Boy didn't get into either of the Injustice games. Beast Boy has like one of the craziest potentials to be in a fighting game, turning into any fucking animal he wants. Think about that. Every normal is just a different animal. It would be a lot of fucking work. I'm gonna give you that. But Beast Boy could be one of the coolest fighting game characters of all time. Beast Boy has the potential to be the coolest fucking fighting game character of all time. Level 3 super turn into a dinosaur? It's up. Level 3 super turn into different dinosaurs? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And then with Miles Morales, man, fucking blew up these past couple of years. He's a fucking superstar. He's more popular than like half the roster at this point. I'm pretty sure Miles Morales is about to have one of the best superhero movie trilogies of all time. He about to do it. And I feel like you can make a moveset for him as different than Spider-Man, given that he has electricity and invisible powers. You could just make one of them like, I would make Peter Parker faster, but I would incorporate more electric moves and the ability to turn invisible in Miles. There's ways to do it. Both Spider-Man have a lot of fucking moves. You can do it. It's possible. You can do it and make it not feel like a clone character. I feel like Miles's popularity is just insane right now. And I feel like if you made a game and you don't capitalize on that, you're missing out. And this is my roster. This is my full roster. We have some notable missing heroes, but this is who I would want. Who I think would be more interesting for a fighting game. Some of the Marvel heroes I left off were Storm. I wanted Storm so bad. It was in contention between her and Jean Grey. And I just feel like Jean Grey is more important. I feel like Jean Grey is more important to the X-Men than Storm. Which stinks, because I wanted Storm. If I need to bump off one of these characters for Storm, I would do it. I'd do it right now. Ant-Man. I mean, you could do Ant-Man. You could do Ant-Man as his own solo character, but I just feel like on his own, he's not as interesting. Or that moveset of being small and big is just not as interesting as him being part of Hawkeye's moveset. You know what I'm saying? Squirrel Girl. I feel like there's a way to make Squirrel Girl interesting, or like make her a purposely bad character. like Roll in Marvel 2. I feel like games don't do that anymore, where they have like a funny bad character anymore. Where there's a clear character that's like shit. If you add Squirrel Girl in this game, I want her to be a shit character. Just because it would be so fucking funny. And then Venom. I feel like there's too many spider people. I feel like you already have Peter and Miles. I don't feel like you add a third. I think Venom just missed it, man. Maybe DLC. Maybe if you have DLC and you make them like extra different, then yeah, put them in. And then on DC side, I didn't include Atom. Again, I just don't feel like his moveset is that interesting. I don't feel like being small and being big is that interesting, actually. Especially after seeing him in Injustice 2, I was like, this character's kind of, he's missing a little sauce. Firestorm, he's okay. He's been in a lot of shit. I've never felt like Firestorm was ever that interesting outside of like major collabs with the rest of the Justice League. I don't know how he keeps getting added to shit other than just being that fire guy. Even though he can do a lot more shit than just fire, I don't care. I've never cared about Firestorm. Catwoman. Catwoman just, no. If that was another slot, I'd probably add Catwoman, to be honest with you. More Batman villains. I feel like we have enough Batman villains, to be honest with you. But if DLC, if you ever plan for DLC, go ahead and throw her in the mix. The two characters that probably could have made this list also is Hot Girl and John Constantine. Now hear me out. I feel like John Constantine will have a cool ass moveset with doing dark magic shit. I just watched that trailer for Havoc. I just saw some shit with Havoc in Mortal Kombat 1. I feel like you could just have Havoc again, but it's John Constantine doing a bunch of weird ass fucking shit. Like dark magic shit would be so fucking cool. Like evil magic shit, I feel like would be cool as fuck. I'm surprised he's never made an Injustice game either. And this is gonna be the entire roster for a Marvel vs. DC game. If the roster was chosen by me, I'm sure there's people that were watching that would disagree. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see. I'm actually gonna read the comments. I'm actually gonna go through and read every comment I see on this video because I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to see who y'all think are more important picks for a roster such as this. Or if you agree with my list, who would you add for DLC? Who would you add for DLC? I know some of y'all would say Ultron. Where's Ultron, y'all say? I know y'all saying it. I can see the future. This would be the craziest fucking crossover. Dude. This would be the craziest fucking crossover of all time. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all around next time. Follow the channel if you're trying to see some games. See me gaming, you know? See me getting some dubs from here and there, from time to time. And I'll see y'all around. Peace.